Welcome one, welcome all to the Montour Spartans Hockey Broadcasting. We are here at Barrel, here in Wexford, facing the Avenworth Antelopes on their home ice. We faced this team one time before, and I'm pretty sure they beat us. A good team that spread the puck out pretty well, worked together, but this is definitely a beatable team. Our team here today are playing a couple men short. Looks like we are missing. Yeah, looks like we are missing Liam Tracy and Seth Baldoff. They are both down in Florida on a band trip, I believe. So we're missing them here tonight. Hopefully they're able to tune in. Other than that, we think we got pretty much the rest of the team. Yeah, Luca Humbert in goal here for us, starting us off. Bentley White, Dominic Platt on defense, starting this line off. AJ Rosenwald, welcome back. And Ty Chambers. And it looks like that is Roman Haig on winger. And starting us off, the Antelopes get a shot on goal. Get in the zone quick, and Humbert's going to deflect that to the side. Rosenwald's going to pick it up, but can't clear it. Back in possession, we have the Antelopes looking to pass it forward, getting behind the net now. We send it out to the point. Hag with some pressure, forcing that pass. Now shot across the ice. Comes in quick, deflected with the pads of Humbert into the corner. Platt giving chase. Avenworth starting off with good possession time in Montour's ice. Another pass across just across the paint. Nobody there to receive it. Good interference by the defense. Avenworth still with the puck. Good stick lift by Chambers. Chambers settles it down and will send it out. It's going to be icing here on the Spartans, so we'll take a face off here in our zone. Because of the signal. Avenworth winning the face-off. Bounced in deep behind the net. Skating closer. Good stick check. That shot comes in from the slot. Back into the corner. Ag working it forward. Comes out. They're going to get a hand pass here, I think. Going to take a face-off here in the neutral ice. Outside the zone. Got Allison Baldoff, and I think we got Verchek playing on forwards with Drager and Keaton playing on defense this shift. They're going to call offsides on the Spartans and take a face-off here. Avenworth with the puck. Will skate it into Montour's zone. Behind the net. Quick little pass to the corner, and puck comes in, and the Spartans skated out on the end of Keaton's stick. We're going to get I think a penalty here. As Verchek goes down, looking like a trip on the Antelopes. So the Spartans going to get a power play. Rosenwald back on center. Got Cronin with him. And I think Chambers. That puck comes all the way back in the Spartan zone in deep. The Spartans turn it around, and Platt is going to charge into and send that puck across the paint. Chambers taking a shot. I think it goes off the bar. It was a quick pat. Rosenwald able to keep the puck in. And the Antelopes clear it. Back into center ice. It goes. Chambers with a good back check. He'll send one on net. And that puck is bounced. It's still loose. Chambers and Rosenwald back to neutral ice. It goes. Platt across the ice. Bentley White with it still. Trying to feed it up to Cronin. That's another penalty on the Antelopes as he decides to go ahead and push White down to the ground. So the Spartans are going to go up 5-on-3 here for 54 seconds as the second man goes in the box for the Antelopes. Roughing. Yeah. We got Levi Baldoff out there. Drager with the puck. Trying to feed it up closer. Take a shot, goes into the center mass on the Antelopes goalie. 46 seconds left. Yeah, so last week they were putting 1 minute and 30-second penalties up there, and today they're putting 2-minute penalties up. I think last week they were just putting their own time up. Drager across Keaton gets out into neutral ice. We'll pass it across. Drager will skate it up. He's got White and Baldoff and Allison. We'll send it in deep. Haig gives chase. Allison getting to it. Haig and Baldoff working. And they'll skate it out. Still a possession here behind the net. Avenworth skating the poster. Takes a shot on Humbert. Back into the corner it goes. The big man from the Antelopes. Spartans set up. One guy back out of the box. Now 4-on-5. For about a minute here. Spartans trying to get pressure on that puck. Finally do, and the Lopes end up turning it around. Good chip on the blue line there by White. They turned it around to neutral ice. Haig and Platt. That puck comes all the way around, up to the Antelopes. Back around the boards it goes. And the Antelopes just sending it back and forth here, and Montour's chasing. Puck intercepted on its way out, now back in front in the slot. Backhand shot into Humbert, goes behind the net. Another intercepted pass, cross-ice pass. And that'll get up, hit Chambers just before the zone. No icing. And Chambers gives chase. And a good back check there by Chambers. Eventually the puck comes out, and now we're 5-on-5 here. Lopes almost get caught with too many men on the ice. Back and deep it goes. Chambers and Verchek trying to chase it around. Around the boards it goes, up into neutral ice with Platt. Send it back in deep. Lopes intercept again, so back in the Spartan zone. I think there was a bit of a collision with the goalie there. Not sure what happened, but the net ended up coming off its post, stopping the play. Oh, Rosenwald's going to get caught for roughing out in front of the goalie. So now the Spartans going to be on the penalty kill here for 2 minutes. Ball off taking that face off. The Lopes D to D. Will skate it in. Take a shot, gets lifted up over the net. Back in the corner, the Lopes have it. Oh, feed pass behind the net. Lopes still with possession. Sends it out to the point. Stepping up for that shot in the slot. Humbert will freeze that puck. 1 minute and 38 seconds left here in the penalty kill.
You just fell off my foot and down.
Another shot in the fountain. They'll send it in. It goes deflected wide of the net. Now back out to the point. Avenworth again is taking another shot. And Humbert will scoop that up. Hag on that faceoff. Avenworth with possession, sends it behind the net. We'll skate it around. Good pressure by Hag on the puck. They'll send one across, and they couldn't pull the trigger on that. Now from the slot, they step up. They'll flick one. It goes wide. Worth still with possession. Now up on the boards. Spartans trying to get in there. They recall last time that we played this team, they were very good at passing the puck and spread the offense, defense out. But there we go. Hag's on a breakaway. He's coming in, holds it up, and takes a shot, goes wide of the net. We got Cronin. There was Allison. Can't see the numbers. Need to get my eyes checked. They turn it around and feed it right in front of the net, and now pressure in the slot. Avenworth retains possession. Good pass in deep. That pass off the tip, it comes out. Let's go get all the way back deep. 5 seconds left on the penalty. That should do it. We'll back to even strength. Drager able to dump that in. Still on sides. The Spartans behind the net. Working. Heg. That pass out to the point. Comes into the Spartan zone. Who's got it? Rosenwald with possession. In neutralized. Trying to get it in deep. Gets intercepted. Verchek now gets chased with Cronin. Rosenwald able to keep it in. He'll take a shot on goal. Tips around. Another shot. Good shot by Verchek. Goes just wide of the net. Holding the line. That puck now comes out. Drager back. Sends it back to neutral ice. Avenworth having to clear. Spartans gaining the zone. A good push there. The Spartans working their boards. Rosenwald trying to take a shot. That puck pops out, and they're going to call it offsides here on the Spartans. Oh. Play stops. We got a Spartan that's down. Looks like it's Ethan Verchek. He's on his knees now. Probably looking to get checked over real quick here. He's able to get up on his own accord. Skating slowly, but looks like he's able to keep weight on both legs. Might have gotten a good stinger there. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin the team here. Spartans in possession. Throw it into the Avenworth zone. Balled off. Getting working behind the net. Good contact there. They send it out in front. Bentley White picks it up. Oh, send one back in. It goes wide. It bounces, takes a weird bounce. Bounce right in front of the net. Takes a shot. Gets it in. Montour on the board first with a score. Able to keep that puck. Keep the pressure on the puck. Spartans on the board first here. On a rush. Chambers. Finding the back of the net. Finding the loose change in the pockets of the couch. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first period. Platt will send it in deep. Balled off. Gets a trip. Trying to attack the puck, and he's going to go in the box here for 2 minutes. We got Rosenwald taking the face-off. Avenworth sends it in deep. Good play by Drager, able to interfere with that play. They take a step forward to the net, trying to send it across. Another shot on goal. Humbert still has it. Puck's still loose, and Montour Spartans able to clear that puck. So Avenworth having to reset. They find a man on the line, trying to get it in deeper. That shot goes way wide. I think it was more of a pass. That puck gets flipped up. And it's Rosenwald working the boards. Avenworth with it. It gets in center. Spartans able to deflect that and clear it. That's going to be icing here. Need to cross that second line, but not a bad idea. Spartans able to. Go Montour! Spartans able to melt 50 seconds off the clock. The penalty here. Dominic Platt working now boards. Pass out. They're looking for the point. We'll take a step forward. Another shot goes wide and loose. Spartans with it behind the net. Platt will send it up the boards to Rosenwald, just out of reach. And it's got some legs, but they're going to wave off icing here. Close enough. Rosenwald trying to get to him in time. They'll flip it up, now on neutral ice.
Yeah, we good. So I tried to turn and I clicked it. I forgot it was there.
Move your feet!
Mike is
All right, so the mic plug-in fell out on that tumble. Now we're back. Sorry about that, folks. What you missed, AJ Rosenwald able to score a goal shorthanded with 25 seconds left in the penalty. But Avenworth turned around and was able to get that back, claw that back before the penalty ended. Now we're back at it, 46 seconds left here in the first period. Good interception there by Haig. Haig will send it in deep. Hits the ref. They'll wind one back up, goes behind the net, bounces out. And Spartans able to feed it out to neutral ice. Looks like Baldoff getting chased. They have a good little collision there. Sends it out to center ice. Unable to connect. Good feed. Spartans turn it around. And Drager will send it in deep. 12 seconds left here in the first period. Clock winding down. A good shot. Haig sends it in. Goes off the pads. Now wide. That'll do it here for the first period. Wild period, back and forth, good play. Shots on goal are 10-5 in favor of Avenworth. Humbert doing a great job keeping that out of the back of the net. So as I said before, this is a good team. They're 6-2-2. The Spartans are 5-4-1. But I feel like the competition's been very good so far. Avenworth does a great job spreading out. From my understanding, it looks like I was talking to one of the Avenworth coaches, and it sounds like they fell to the team that we lost to last week, just by hair. So it's really any given day. Spartans doing a great job today, getting good shots on goal, quality shots, and pressing the puck out in front of the net, and doing a good job out in front of ours to try to take away those quality shots. Starting us off here in the second period, AJ Rosenwald centering Cronin. I think that's Allison over there. Keaton and Drager on defense. Avenworth able to send it in deep, and they get pursuit. They're the first to it. And Keaton working hard against the boards. Rosenwald helping in there. Drop pass there to Rosenwald, able to get a stick on it, send it out. That shot goes across. Cronin giving chase. And they're going to call icing on the Spartans. Avenworth sent it out to the D. Little step up and skated in into the slot. Takes a shot, goes wide. Hits Platt on the way in, I believe. With possession, send it back to the slot. Take another shot. And Humbert sees it all the way into his glove. Freezes the puck. Ball off on the faceoff. Avenworth wins. He'll take a shot, goes behind the net. Off the point. Avenworth sends it around the boards. Back to the other defender. Back in deep, they set out in front. They'll send it out, and Haig ends up with it. Roman Haig on the charge, trying to get around one. Can't get it past. Avenworth strips the puck, now behind the net. They'll send it out on point, and they'll get it on the charge. Good job of the Spartans trying to keep him wide. They're able to get it back to the slot and keep it in there. That shot comes in. Humbert finds the answer. The Spartan loses his skates. That's Platt. It goes down hard. And Haig will send it up. Going to be icing, I think, on the Spartans again, because that puck had some legs. Good stop of play, change of guard. Rosenwald steps in, Dragger, Chambers, and Allison. Rosenwald, good pressure with Chambers. Back to neutral ice, though. Avenworth turns it around. They send it, get held up on the line, take a shot in, and goes wide of the net. Again, Avenworth, first one to it. They got that pressure and speed towards the puck. That shot comes across the paint. Back in deep on the other side. Avenworth will take it, send it back in. We're working behind there. Spartan's able to check it out, and now on the neutral ice. That pass trying to get it up to Allison and Chambers. No intercept it, turn it around, and now it's Keaton. And Keaton sends it in deep and pursues it. We got Drager there backing him up. A good hit there on Keaton. There's some battling going on. Took exception to some of the shoulders that are being thrown at him. So the refs are going to have to talk a little bit about that and see who is the offender, who's going in, who's staying out. Not sure if we're going to get offsetting penalties or if we're just going to have Keaton get in the box. At the moment, it looks like refs discussing it with coach. It seems like at this point in time, only one penalty will be given.
Go Montour!
I think it was probably pretty even. I don't know if the camera caught the scrum or not. But, yeah, it was right in front of us. We got a pretty good view of it. I don't think the camera's facing, though. Unfortunately, Keaton is the only one that's going to go and get the penalty there. There's certainly some so Avenworth on a power play here. That pass goes out in front of the net. They try to backhand it in. Humbert denies him. Back with the puck now behind and up the boards. They'll send the pass across. Now back in deep. Back to the point. D-to-D pass. They'll take a shot in there. They'll go up and out of play. "30 seconds burned from this power play for Avenworth. Avenworth on the point. Back pass. High circle. Decided to turn, skated in. The pass was intended to go across the paint. Humbert able to kick it out. Pass in the center slot, in deep. Avenworth still with the puck in possession. They'll send it to the other side behind the net. Pass out in the center, cut off for the first time. Now back with the puck behind the net. Another puck comes in and Spartans will clear it. Now with 45 seconds left of the penalty, I'll give the Spartans a little bit of a break here. Avenworth with the puck. We'll send one in and goes off the skates of Drager. Trying to get it up the boards, and Avenworth still in possession. Cuts it off and skates. Goes for the net.
That's the way to call it.
Unsure what happened there. We're going to get a face-off here in the neutral ice, just outside the Spartan zone. Avenworth on the attack. They get in deep. Drager able to turn that one around almost single-handedly. He'll pass one in the center slot. It's a good chip there by the Spartans and able to get it in their zone. Should have been offsides. Yes, it was. Offsides called on the Spartans. Only 2 seconds left here on the penalty. Spartans nearly out of the woods on this penalty kill. Rosenwald steps up. Back to Drager. Drager will dump it in deep. We got Verchek and Rosenwald pressure. That'll do it for the penalty kill. Rosenwald steps up. He'll send one in just wide. Verchek first to it, and Cronin, first to it. D-to-D pass over to Drager. Drager sends it back up. Spartans gain the zone again. Verchek and Rosenwald working that puck a little bit further. Avenworth able to find it. Drager turns it over. Holding the line. Skates it in deeper. Takes a shot. Goes off the glove pad and behind the net. They're going to get a penalty on Avenworth as Verchek gets interfered with. And now the Spartans will go on a 2-minute power play. We're gonna have to make this broadcast private. Go on, Slope. Rosenwald and Baldoff. I think that's Allison. With Drager and Keaton backing us up. Got the power play unit out there. Drager takes a shot, goes in the glove. Antelopes will freeze that puck. We'll do this all again. 3 seconds burned off the power play. Rosenwald, Allison, and Baldoff off the face-off. The Lopes will send it into neutral ice. They might have enough legs for icing, and they won't call it. Icing on the Lopes. We'll take it back in the offensive zone.
Go get out.
Go about him. Rosenwald on the face-off. Allison behind the net. Rosenwald working the battle on the boards. Back out to neutral ice. That DDD pass is turned over, and the Lopes charge the net. Still with possession behind. And Drager working, trying to feed it in there. Humbert says no. Up the boards it goes. Lopes able to hold the line. It stays in. Baldoff working the side there against the bigger opponent. That puck, Allison will send it up. Still contain Lopes. Pass it across back to DD. That goes out. Allison gives chase. They'll set it back up and they quickly reset. Lopes will dump it in deep. Strong on the forecheck. The Lopes able to turn it over again. Back out to point. They'll line one up. That puck is loose out in front of the net. They try to take a shot. Baldoff looking to clear the puck. It gets out. Allison trying to apply the pressure. Again, Lopes pulling the puck most of this power play. Around the boards and up. Baldoff now with the puck. Trying to feed it out. That puck is going to be offsides of the Spartans. 8 seconds left here on the power play by the Spartans. Lopes doing a good job taking the time off the clock here. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the second.
Move your feet.
That's Chambers in there working with Platt trying to clear the puck. Lopes gain the zone, get closer to the net. Working behind the net, Platt. They're going to stop the play. Wonder if the net went off its moorings or if Humbert froze it. Definitely wasn't frozen as the puck scored it out to the end. Might have been an errant whistle on that one. Can't tell. Chambers gets muscle off the puck there. Puck comes in from the point and Humbert will freeze it again. Hag on the faceoff. Platt will pick it up. Getting some contact again behind the net. That passes up to Hag, and Hag is off to the races. Can he go? He's got a line. He gets. Look, he might have just lost his skates on that. I don't think it was an obvious trip. Anyways, Lopes turn around quick. Whistle is blown. There's still Lope out on the ice behind their net. Slow to get to his knees. So we'll get the medic in here to check him out quick. Didn't see what had happened on that one. He went to the net. Sometimes it's forgiving and sometimes it's not so much. It definitely was super forgiving last week. Not Montour again, sorry. These nets not held to the ice at quite as strong as you got, the NHL where they have posts. These ones have like a metal spike or something that keeps them there, kind of softer, but nowhere near as hard. But it's still a heavy net, and you go into it wrong, it's going to hurt. Very good. He gets helped off the ice. Still hopping a little bit on that one leg. We'll see if he's able to return or not for Avenworth. Montour able to get possession of that face-off. Chambers will dump it in deep. And it's behind the net. Lopes able to skate it out. Back across the ice pass. It goes in deep, and they're the first ones to it again. Lopes still with possession. Dreger battling against the boards as they go back and forth behind the net. That pass out to D. They'll try to send it in. Gets cut off by Chambers. Good stick. Clock around the boards. Back out to point. The Lopes send one in. Gets cut off by Spartans, and Spartans will skate it out. Dreger sends a pass up. That's going to be offsides by Spartans. It just goes over the line before the puck does. Right idea. Verchek just not quite there in time. Rosenwald, Allison, and Cronin will take this series. Bentley White passing up to Allison. Gets turned around, and now the Lopes into the Spartan zone. They'll send one wide of the net. Rosenwald chasing on the wall. Up and out. Contained by the Lopes. Thought that might have gone out, but Rosenwald trying to gain the zone, and they'll chip it off his stick at the last minute. Cronin trying to ball her up, and Platt sets it up, sends it up to Cronin, and battle against the ball there. Rosenwald steps in to help. Trying to keep it in. Platt does. Rosenwald able to glove that puck here at the line, keeping it in. And that puck now comes out. Handled by Rosenwald, but it comes in all the way to Humbert. Humbert will stop the play. Spartans thankful for that stoppage of play. Short bench here tonight as they're playing nearly every other shift.
Yeah.
Ball off taking that face off. Trying to advance it, but cut off by the Lopes, and Spartans trying to work the wall there. Going behind the net. Platt sends it across. Out in front, Humbert able to bottle that up. Another great save by Humbert. He's been on fire tonight. Facing 19 shots so far against our 7. Humbert keeping us in. High stick is the call. So I think we're going to take this out of the zone and neutral ice. All the way down the other side. The Spartans taking a face-off in the Lopes zone off of that high stick. Refs having a discussion with the Lopes coaches, explaining the position and where they're lining up. Why we're taking a face-off in the Antelope zone, but they turn it around. It's a 3-on-2 here. Good check on the line by Bentley White, but unable to stop the progression. Lopes keeping it in, trying to gain the slot. Good stick there by White instead of neutralize. A little more physical play here as Lopes are putting their weight into some of these contacts. Very close to a check, I'd say. But not quite. Maybe not full on. That puck comes across ice, nearly right in front of the paint. The Spartans trying to set it up the boards.
Reach it.
Back around to Bentley White. Bentley chips it, trying to find center, but Lopes turn it around, take a charge. They're now controlling behind the net. They'll set it up the boards. Spartans can't get to it in time to send it back in through the slot. The Spartans will send it back to neutral ice. Good pass there, good smart. Out of the zone, balled off. Good forecheck. Almost able to find that puck. That puck comes in. That's going to be offsides by the Spartans. 30 seconds left here in the second period. Icing is called by the Lopes. They send it all the way down across the two red lines. Rosenwald on the faceoff. Trying to feed it to Haig, can't get it. Back to Keaton. Keaton line one up. Comes all the way to the goalie. Another backhand shot by Rosenwald. Just deflected behind the net. And the Lopes end up with it, and they're on off to the races. Little pass off the wall and good chase. Good speed by the Lopes. They're still with the puck now behind the net. They're taking time, controlling the puck, and that'll do it here for the second period. Or I don't know how many times I've seen it. The give and goes, the passing, the dumping in deep and getting to it first. The Lopes are a fast team, and they definitely possess that puck hunger. So far, so good for the Spartans. As we go into the third period with 13 minutes left. Shots on goal, 19-8 in favor of the Lopes. My mic is off. Crap. There's the offsides here on the Spartans. Finding the zone. Gonna be no, I guess they don't call it. Ball will take a shot in from in deep. And the Lopes netminder follows it all the way to his glove. Gonna stop the play here. An offensive zone faceoff. Lopes, give and go, dump. Called off back to help. Pass out to the side. Lopes, send one back in, gets deflected wide. And into the other corner. Lopes able to maintain. They'll send that puck in to the opposite corner. Dragger trying to work his body, and Lopes loses his legs. Send one in from the shot. Good pressure out in front. Humbert with an amazing save. Able to get across the ice, get a stick on it. Goes up and over the net, back into the corner. Now from the slot. High in the circle. Another shot in, gets deflected back in deep. Still contained. Take a step up, and they'll skate it nearly all the net. Goes behind the net now. Looking for that pass out in front. Another shot out right in front of Humbert. Humbert, again, able to find that puck. Following it up. Amazing series here by Humbert. Able to deflect all of those. Good pressure by the Avenworth Antelopes on that series. Spartans up and out, back to neutral ice. And Lopes turn it around. Back in, good chip by Platt. He goes back at it. Able to get another one. He'll take a step forward. Now with possession behind, Platt again. Platt with great pressure. Gets hung up in the Zamboni spot. The Z spot. Now Rosenwald. Yeah, we'll get it out. He's got some speed. And they turn it around. The Lopes can't gain the zone. Good check there on the blue line. And get the state interfere. Repossess the puck and send it in deep. White sending it back up to Platt. Platt taking his time, sends it back to neutral ice. Egg, Rosenwald, and Cronin trying to pressure. Lopes turn around quickly again. Send one in. Center mass right into the chest of Humbert. He'll maintain possession. Get a stoppage of play. Just under 10 minutes here left in the third. They'll send one back in. That gets real close. Goes wide by inches. Good pressure here. Lopes still with the puck. Chambers trying to get, and that puck is cut off, and we got Allison. Lopes able to get to it in time. That looked like a check to me against the boards, but hey, you know. Lopes able to get it back out into neutral ice. The Spartans send it back, and they'll reset. They'll chip that forward. Chambers working with Allison. The ball off. Back to neutral ice. They'll try to send one in. They're skating forward. Great job by Drager, able to bat it back into the corner. And Spartans clear again.
Keep it tight!
Chambers and Baldoff on the forecheck. Good check there just as they entered the ice. Baldoff will send it all the way around the boards. Not enough legs on that one to get it out. Avenworth will send one in deep. I don't know if Humbert even saw that. Chip now behind, center slot, and they'll get a goal. Avenworth able to tie it up. The big man in the center slot.
All right, Humvee.
Avenworth again, possession. Aim deep. Platt working the boards. Good contact there. They'll chip it out. Spartans sending up the boards, and it's Rosenwald with a good pass trying to get the Cronin. That goes all into the goalie, and the goalie will freeze that puck. Cronin working the boards. White will send it back in deep across the ice. Haig and Rosenwald trying to ball it up. Antelopes able to skate it in. He'll take a backhand shot into Humvee's glove. Allison trying to feed ball off. Can't get it. We're behind him. He'll drop pass. He'll take a shot. That goes behind the net. Back out to point. Allison trying to chip it out. Goes back in deep. Drager working the boards. A lot of body work there. Drager working with Baldoff. Drager able to send it up, and there we go. Baldoff sends it to Allison. Trips up on the line. Just trying to slow it down a little bit. Avenworth able to clear it. Allison back to help. Drop it. Drager gets in there with a good elbow pressure against the boards. No call there. They got his shoulder in there.
Someone gotta get it.
Avenworth still with possession. Drager able to bump him off the puck. Trying to send it up to Allison. Allison finding Furchek. Furchek will send one in, goes wide of the net. Furchek still high, working. We got Chambers in there now. And Haig. They'll send it up. 2-on-2. They gain the zone. Take a shot, goes wide of the post. Pass in the center of the ice. They get tangled up. Another shot on goal goes wide. Good shot, point blank. Deflected again by Humbert. Trying to find the puck. It's still loose. It squirts out. Lope's still with it. They'll send one back in. Goes behind the net. Again, big man just throwing his weight around.
Go!
Puck comes in, cut off by Rosenwald. Rosenwald sends it across the ice, trying to find the zone. They'll flip it back into neutral. Goes back in deep into the Lopes zone. Rosenwald, Chambers, and Haig in high. That puck kind of weirdly handled. He'll push it back out to neutral ice, and it's Platt. Trying to make the turn. Get it back. Haig helping, trying to get it in. Still there. Rosenwald takes a shot, goes in deep and wide.
Get on it!
The boys are tired. Haig will send one back in deep. That one comes up and out. That's going to be icing on the Antelopes. So we'll take a face-off in the offensive zone. 4 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the third period. Puck comes in, cut off by the Lopes. held in by Keaton. Lopes again, turn it around. Baldoff trying to force him, keep him wide. The puck comes out. Now it's off the races. Cronin gets tripped off his skates. No call. Lopes dance behind the net. They'll send it out to center ice. Baldoff back with the puck. He finds Cronin on the blue line. Cronin working the boards. That puck all the way out to neutral. Baldoff trying to get that puck out and getting hit by the big body. Drager now working behind the Avs. Got two guys pursuing, trying to set it up the boards. Takes a weird bounce. They'll still with possession, trying to step forward. Verchek now back around the boards the other side. Cronin. That'll pop out, and Cronin, he's got a little bit of space. The Avenworth collapses around him. He'll send it back to center ice. They go the other way. Keaton trying to clear it, doesn't. They take a step, takes a little pass. There's no goal, but the net does get kicked off the moorings. And we'll take a face-off in the defensive zone. Three minutes left here in the third period. Now it's Rosenwald, the Platt trying to work puck up the boards. Pass up to Allison. Gets a little bit beyond him. Now into the Antelope zone. They'll send it up the boards. Platt bottles it up. Takes a shot, goes across the piece, trying to find Haig. I'll chip it, keep it in, but Lopes turn it around. They don't get in the zone. On the attack, they'll take the line. Trying to find somebody across the paint. And Limbo will connect. That was a good setup there by the Lopes. Another pass into the slot on the backhand. Shot on net, and now Platt. Trying to work it around the guy. Finds interference. He'll send it across the ice, but going to be icing here on the Spartans. Rosenwald. Yeah, we'll get it over to Allison, but they take a shot off the board. Rosenwald will set him on all of the other side, going to be icing again. They'll retry that. Rosenwald finds Platt. Platt trying to work it forward. Can't get enough on it. There's Haig. Haig able to clear. And Lopes will get caught off sides. I'm not sure. I think that they call the game. We got a minute and 47 seconds, but we might have a time limit. I think that'll do it. The game will end in a tie as we, what do they call that? There's a limit how much ice time we have, and yeah. So anyways, that'll conclude the game with a minute and 49 seconds left. Just a lot of stoppage of plays, and the Montour Spartans able to hang on to keep a tie against this Avenworth team. So that'll do it here for the broadcast. Montour Spartans Broadcasting Network. We'll catch you on the next one. This is the Montour Spartans Family Network signing out.